Very good afternoon, dear team members. This is Priya, and thank you so much for joining us today, Mr. Shivkumar Krishnamoorthy. So I'm very pleased to host this one-on-one session with Academy Social Franchising. And I'm Priya, and here is my team members, Hannah, Grace, and Saga. And I'm a client relationship manager, and Hannah, Grace as well. And Saga is a backend manager. Purpose of this session is to have a better understanding about your journey in a personal or professional. And explore potential collaborations. So where our interests align, so we are eager to hear more about your experiences and insights. So Mr. Shivkumar Krishnamoorthy, founder of World is One Family and an Anan Fellowship for Climate Action, is a passionate sustainable educator with a wealth of experience in leading environmental initiatives. So with a background as sector lead for EHS at Infosys, he is dedicated to democratizing climate change awareness among young professionals and students. His commitment to fostering collaboration, respect, and sustainable development makes him a visionary leader in the field of environment protection. So we are very glad to have you on this panel, Mr. Shivkumar Krishnamoorthy.
Thank you so much for having me.
Could you take us through your personal journey, highlighting the key moments that shaped your passion for sustainability and environmental protection?
Okay. So, see, there are many moments in my life, which kind of pushed me towards the, environmental space. Okay. I'll try to bring that up. See, I've been working in Infosys for 21 years. I just quit Infosys 5 months ago to pursue this fellowship. We'll come to that later. But, while I was in Infosys, I had gotten in as a software engineer, and I was doing my regular stuff, being an IT guy, working at offshore, going to on-site and all that stuff. Okay, but certain key moments, did make an impact. I may not have pivoted immediately to the environmental space, but these moments are important because they leave an imprint on your mind. Okay, one of that, was watching this movie in 2004, 20 years ago, which is called The Day After Tomorrow. It's probably ranked 6th on Netflix now in the US. Interest has come in again. So, when I looked at this movie, even though I know that it's fiction and all that, a lot of things would be exaggerated in the movie, that is there. But the message it was trying to say that, was central. The main message that if we continue to exploit the earth, there will be nothing left for us, and we all will have to suffer the consequences. So that had a deep impact on my mind. And I was there in the US for 3 years, and then US, everything is large scale. Everything is available in huge quantities, huge amount of waste, huge amount of consumption. My 3 years in the US, left me with a bittersweet feeling. While I was happy, roaming a new country and, all that, I saw the extent of waste and, the exploitation that is happening there. Okay. And that also impacted me a lot. Then I came back to India. I didn't have any particular, idea as to what I'm going to do. And I was still doing my normal stuff only, being a technical lead or, being an offshore lead, all that stuff. Another pivotal moment was this book, which I read. Probably in 2011, 3 years after I returned back from on-site. It was called What's Mine is Yours by Rachel Boatsman. That book beautifully talks about, how the earth is getting exploited and how we need to live in a sharing economy. And believe me, she spoke a lot about Airbnb and Uber and all that. At that time, Airbnb and Uber, we know about it a lot now. But at that point of time, not many people knew about it. She was like, we cannot continue to be in a world where we are owning things. Okay. We need to share things to move to a better world. So that was the premise. Okay. So it's called as collaborative consumption. This was a book which I absolutely loved. And, and it provided me a huge boost to, chase environmentalism as a path. Okay. So what I started doing was, I formed a group on Facebook called as Roots. It is still out there. My brother takes care of it now. And I used to post environmental articles. I pick it up from all over the world and post it on Roots. And I had a lot of my friends join that as well, so that they get a continuous stream of news about the environment. And that was something I was doing on the side. But I wanted to actually jump into the sustainability area as well. And I was not finding a way. And I was just into my mainframes area, managing software and all that. That's when I realized there is a sustainability department in Infosys as well. which is working on a sustainability reporting product internally. And they told me that, you have to acquire some knowledge, in sustainability. Why don't you do a 6-month course in environment from CEPT University, Ahmedabad? And I ended up doing that, along with my job, because I felt that I have to get into this unit. So, that was another pivotal moment, where I actually ended up doing that course along with my job, successfully cleared it, 6 months course. And, I then was able to enter into the sustainability department and, work on their product and all that, in different capacities as a business analyst or, as a product manager as well, and a scrum master as well. But then that unit shut down because of a lack of funding. So again, I had to come back to the mainframe area and try to be a project manager. I was not liking it. I kept telling my people in Infi that, I have to get back into the environmental area. This is not what I'm liking. So then a couple of things happened. I told them that, okay, I will continue to work as a project manager in the mainframe area. But the moment you get any opportunity, either, in the environmental sustainability area, please give that to me. Meanwhile, I said, I will not just sit quiet. Let me do something. And one of my friends who was managing the Eco Club in Infosys told me that, most of the people handling it had left the company or had got on site, and it's in this array. Can you come and revive it? I said, yes. I found that as a great opportunity, even though I knew that, it will not kind of give me a job. This is only a voluntary work, right? Which I have to do along with my job. But I felt that, I can use that to spread the word and lay a strong foundation for myself and increase my personal brand as well. I told them that, one way of attracting employees will be to show them documentaries. Okay. And let's start to attract people. Let's have wildlife documentaries of, National Geographic or, a Discovery and all that. And, once they are interested, then we can show them more serious documentaries. And that's how the journey started. And actually, we received a lot of positive response. I ended up screening around 150 documentaries. So much so that for the 100th screening, head of Infosys Pune, who was there, they also came, attended the documentary. It was called The Forest Man, about the guy who actually grew a forest out of barren land in island in Assam. So, and we were felicitated for, doing 100 documentaries. And then I did 50 more. So I'm telling you, being part of the Eco Club, was a huge pivotal moment, which started my journey. But the main, journey was, the main area was the Eco Club, which actually shaped me into what I was. And that was also something which was instrumental in me creating this website, World is One Family. I will tell you why as to we created it. Okay. The thing is, we were using the Eco Club for awareness. And, through documentaries or expert talks or, workshops or, we used to have a lot of employees come in and attend our events. See, the success of, Eco Clubs, depends upon the in-person participation of the employees. See, again, I will attribute creation of the World is One Family website. It's only because I was part of the Eco Club and I did this awareness that I would attribute that to me creating the World is One Family website. I would attribute that to me successfully moving into the EHS department and leading it over the years in Infosys. And I will also attribute it to me now quitting corporate and, pursuing a fellowship, climate action fellowship, so that I can teach the students. All of that, has its core in the Eco Club, because through the Eco Club, I found the absolute joy of, actually interacting with younger people, telling them about climate change awareness or sustainability awareness and making a better world and a better planet. So this is the pivotal moment for me.
That's really nice to hear. So how has your background as an Anand Fellow for Climate Action influenced your perspective on leadership and sustainability?
See, one thing I will tell you why I joined the Anan Fellowship. See, the thing is, as I told you, I got a little bit fed up of the corporate world. Okay. Having led the EHS department in Infosys for so many years and all that, but I just didn't want to keep doing that same thing. I didn't want to do that, because finally, at the core of what I believed was, I have to spread awareness about climate change. What I wanted to do was, again, at the core of what I loved interacting with younger people and spreading the awareness. And I felt that, my job will limit me in doing that. I was not having any particular idea. I just quit the job without taking any other job. Okay, at that point of time, I just had a very vague idea of, teaching students, not a structure, anything like that. But then I came across this fellowship announced by Sustain Lab Paris and Anand University. Minia Chatterjee head, she was connected to me on LinkedIn, and I saw her post, and what I saw about the fellowship really interested me. So products like Enablon and Cority and all that, those products we were trying to sell to the client. So finally, we were there in the EHS area. We knew the EHS domain, but finally we were implementing the products for the client or customizing the products for the client. So I felt that this is a great opportunity for me to learn over the next 5-6 months and then embark on a journey of teaching. And Anand University has also told me that they will lay a roadmap for me. They will give opportunities for me to teach and all that, so that I get a good foundation. So I found that there was a lot of coherence in their material, and now I feel that I'm much more confident in teaching students in a structured manner. And obviously Anand will give me opportunities as well, to teach in some schools which are affiliated with them. So that way I will begin my journey.
Thank you so much for your insights. So coming to the professional success, can you share some of the most significant achievements in your career related to sustainability and climate actions?
See, the thing is, when we started out, with the EHS department, and as we were just involved, there were a couple of consultants, they were just involved with one client, which was into the discrete manufacturing sector, just one client. And the thing is, it was, there was no idea as to how we want to grow and all that. I, created an ecosystem along with a couple of others who were very helpful for me. And then we hired in few more people. We gave them a good environment, how to grow and all that. And then we did a lot of outreach with our sales departments. So you are known in the idea of the people. It helps in establishing a personal brand. That's what I used to tell my people, that, don't worry. If you're not getting a project immediately, let's keep trying. Let's reach out to as many salespeople. Let's reach out to as many clients as we can. And believe me, the initial work, helped us a lot. And after COVID, we just took off. So because I think COVID also meant that, a lot of the clients were saying now that, let's focus on sustainability. I think COVID was a pivotal point for a lot of these clients. Okay. So then from just one client in the discrete manufacturing sector, we had a presence of around 13 to 14 clients at the time when I left. So we have grown so much, multifold. And, number of consultants also grew under me, right? 25 to 30. So, we went from managing clients in the discrete manufacturing sector to, handling, doing this software implementation of EHS products for clients. So, basically we covered all the domains and, all the clients, some of the key pivotal clients, we were able to get projects from them. And that's how we set up the practice. I would say that in a nutshell was our biggest success. So what I used to tell my people is grow in as many areas as possible. Okay. So even if you are only 1 or 2 consultants for one client, that's okay. But, try to grow to 10 clients, 15 clients, 20 clients, because what it does is, you are exposed to all the clients in the different domain sectors. And then you get to understand how these different industries are dealing with, tackling sustainability and all that, which leads to a great personal growth of people also who are working, right? And, if my people work in different domain sectors, I can also rotate them, right? So that was my idea. And, I would say that our greatest success was growing in a way that, not only it increased our revenue and all that and the headcount, but we were able to grow in different domain sectors. And our presence was all around. That was, that is the thing about what I would describe as the greatest success that we had, in our EHS department.
Great. Thank you so much, Mr. Shivkumar, for letting us know about your significant achievements. So next, coming to, what were some of the key challenges you have faced while leading sustainability initiatives at Infosys, and how do you overcome them?
Yeah, see, one thing was, obviously sustainability EHS is a very niche area. Okay. And the thing is, not many people are aware of it. Okay. Even though now there is a lot of awareness, but when we started out, not many people were aware of it. But think about it 5 years ago. I'm like, when are you guys going to talk about sustainability, right? So, that is a lot of, many a times when I used to tell them that, we belong to the EHS practice, they are like, what is EHS? So that was a big challenge, educating them, also saying that EHS means environment, health and safety. It is a subsector of, sustainability. And it's a very important thing as far as your sustainability reports are also concerned. And it's going to become the most important thing in the next 50 to 100 years, because everybody is going to face the adverse effects of climate change. It's better that the companies get onto it, and better that our salespeople are also aware of it. So, that was a big challenge initially. So that is one challenge. Another challenge is, even attracting and retaining talent in this area. So what happens is, typically companies like Infosys, TCS, Wipro, salary wise, they offer a great environment for work and all that, great. But the thing is, salary wise, they will still be at a lower bracket. Whereas, if you look at high consulting firms like EY and Deloitte and Accenture and others, obviously they might, the work pressure might be a lot, but they'll be offering great salaries and all that, right? So what happens is, if people learn in Infosys, if people come learn this software, enable on quality and all that, they will be there for 2-3 years, and then they find that probably they are not getting that much salaries as what they want. And if they go out and look out in the market, they are getting incredible salary hikes. So they switch a lot. Problem is, what is the problem for leaders like us is, you have done the hard work of picking people, from bench, or picking people from scratch who do not know anything. And then you build them up. And then they learn everything, and they work for you for 2-3 years. But then eventually they leave you. That's a loss of talent, right? And the thing is, Infosys cannot match up to that salary, which is offered by EY or Deloitte or something, because that is humongous. So that is the challenge. So what happens is, suddenly, you have built a team of 20 and suddenly 2-3 people leave. Then you have to fill up that gap, right? So again, you'll have to pick somebody from bench, again train them and all that, because the problem is also in hiring laterals as well. If you try to hire laterals, they will attend your interviews and say that, okay, great. But when they go to the HR and then they see the salary that Infosys is offering, they will again say, no, sorry, we are not joining. So then how do you make that gap, right? The demand and supply gap, it's a huge problem. So, face a lot of challenges in that. I tried my best to do by creating a harmonious working atmosphere, so that people, even if they are earning a little less salary as well, found the atmosphere great. And due to that, many people used to stay on and, or even join my team. And beyond a point, people will leave for better prospects, and you cannot stop them. So this was one big challenge, attracting and retaining talent. Another challenge, as I told you, was enlightening the salespeople itself at that time with the sustainability and EHS concepts and all that, because they weren't aware.
Right. Thank you for sharing your insights. So coming to the future goals, so what roles do you see yourself playing in fostering the next generation of climate conscious leadership and professionals?
See, the idea is, let's look at what Anand University is offering for students, okay? They are the first university in the country who are offering a BTech in climate change. Okay? Because they feel that is the most important field which is nobody is looking at. Okay? So, people are doing, there are a lot of MBA colleges also offering courses on ESG, sustainability and all that. But all those areas pertain to, tracking the data. Okay, so that is all fine. But, lot more is needed if we have to, save the planet. Just companies working on their goals, making progress is not going to be enough. And, you're doing great sustainability reports, or, reducing little bit of GHG emissions is not going to be enough to save the planet, because it's getting impacted with every single year. What we need is a mass movement of students who take up climate change or climate action courses in their engineering and other streams, and then work with industry to develop solutions, engineer solutions, which can be used for capturing carbon and all that. There are a lot of carbon capture technologies also coming up, but not enough people are there. A lot more research is also needed in those spaces. So then a lot more students are needed in that area. What we need is concrete action to save the planet. Our younger students who are there in schools, to be able to choose a career path, saying that, I will take up engineering, but I will take up a BTech in climate change or climate action. Then I will work with the industry to engineer solutions which can take out the carbon from the atmosphere. So this is a very important thing. and Anand is doing a great job there. What I feel is I should be giving a lot of basic lectures, a couple of hours, 2-3 hours lectures on climate science basics, and why things are getting impacted on the earth, why it is very urgent for us to embark on this journey of climate action, and what all opportunities are there in terms of decarbonization methods, and what avenues are there for students to learn and then take up these jobs and contribute to a better planet. So this I want to see that that I give through my initial lectures to students across India, across the globe, mainly school students who are in a position to understand the adverse effects of climate change, probably who are in 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th grade, who are in a position to understand the adverse impacts of climate change, who are able to appreciate the science of climate change, and who are also in a pivotal moment in their life where they can decide, what they want to do, which stream they want to pick. If they get inspired by my lecture and they want to do something for climate action, and they end up enrolling for the BTech in climate change course in Anand University, that is something which would give me satisfaction, right? So, targeting a lot of these young school students or college students, inspiring them for climate action, and having them pick a career, where they can contribute to solutions for climate action, is what I will focus on doing in the coming years.
That's really interesting. So, last, coming to the collaboration part, We Heal Earth. How do you see yourself contributing as a mentor, coach, or knowledge partner for upcoming social franchises through our Academy of Social Franchising?
See, if I have to collaborate with you, get a bunch of students from whichever schools or colleges that you guys are associated with. Every month, if you can give me around 30 to 40 odd students who can attend one of my lectures, where I can probably talk to them about all this, and then eventually, inspire them. Maybe I can give them an introductory session. I can give them an initial background. They can choose their options. And because I have good connections with the industry as well, I can get them connected to different people also through LinkedIn. Such kind of things I can do. So, anything that you guys can, bring, collaborate with me in bringing students to me, I think that will be a great help.
Sure. Definitely will help you with that. So we have come to the end of the session.
And thank you for this wonderful opportunity for me to speak about my journey. And hopefully that will be inspirational to a lot of students as well, right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.